how do you bring more of your breath? Because you had said breath is the access to our masculinity. So how do you bring more of that? Is it literally breathe deeper, like Wim Hof-esque, or
Yeah.
is it metaphoric? Can you say a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So one, there's my interpretation, and then it's partially her job to give me the feedback if I'm not getting there. So
Hmm.
usually more breath, she's wanting to feel my breath more deeply, like down into my stomach, down into my balls, like drawing the breath all the way down. And in yogic intimacy, the man is breathing both partners. So this starts to get a little metaphoric, but I am breathing so deep, and so my breath is so deep that it's breathing her. She's almost feeling energetically that I'm drawing breath down her lungs and then up her back. The way that looks in practice is she might say, I'd need to feel your breath in your stomach more, or I'd need to feel you breathing out your nostrils less, or whatever it happens to be. So it's more of something she's feeling, and then she's giving me feedback on that feeling and trying to get more of what she's needing from me to feel like she could share all of herself with
Wanted to
me.
say about men's work. There's definitely a lot, but at the same time, I'm also looking at our time together as well. So anything
Yeah,
else
yeah.
about men's work?
Well, I kind of want to speak to what you said about working together with my partner. Can I go
Mhm.
down that
Yes,
path?
yes, yes. I'm curious.
Yeah. So first, my wife and I have separate practices, and then we collaborate on some stuff. So we're not always working with the same people. Her people are somewhat different than mine because she's a different human being than I am. But what I will say is being married to another coach is like the best and the worst. It's the best because if you're really committed to this path, your commitment is always to be able to be responsible for more of your experience in life. Meaning, if I do something and it has a particular impact, I can own, oh, how can I see that I created that? And the reason I would do that is because it gives me access to power. I'd be like, oh, I caused that. So I can do this differently. And now I can create a different impact. I have more power. So it's beautiful to not, when a coach is married to someone not in the coaching profession, they're doing all this work to be responsible and the other person might not be. And I would imagine that would be challenging. Plus, we're total nerds for this work. So we're always talking about this stuff and like playing with it. And we just can't get enough of creating stuff in this field. It's impossible in the worst because you cannot coach your partner, but you think you can. Hold on, I got a cough here. So I can see all of the stuff that my wife is doing. The trouble is, I'm in it with her. I'm playing out the reciprocal of her pattern. And so I'm always like, oh, this is just your blah, blah, blah. And you need to blah, blah. And then it never works. And so in that way, it can be so infuriating because I have to remind myself, oh, yeah, stop doing that. And consequently, it's really important for us, I think, both because of the work we're doing and because of how slippery that can be, that we have a lot of people that support us. So we have a teacher we work with for yogic intimacy. We have a counselor that we see once a month. We just have a lot of structures to support us deepening our relationship because that's what we're committed to.